Responsible pesticide use practices begin from the point of purchase all the way to the safe disposal of the empty pesticide containers. Before any herbicide or pesticide application, it is crucial to do an assessment of the conditions on the farm. This will help you to determine the most suitable pest management method to employ. Integrated Pest Management (IPM) is a smart way of managing pests by using the best mix of available techniques. It uses cultural, biological, physical, and chemical methods to manage pests. In IPM, chemical control is only used as the last option. Why is it important to use personal protective equipment when applying pesticides? Pesticide applicators should use personal protective equipment (PPE) to protect themselves from harmful exposure to chemicals that can have adverse health effects if absorbed through the skin, inhaled, or accidentally ingested. What is the correct order of wearing PPE before mixing and applying pesticides? Begin by putting on your overalls or apron. Make sure to zip or button them up fully to ensure proper protection. Next, wear your boots. It is important that the overalls go over the boots. Do not tuck the overalls into the boots. This helps to prevent pesticide exposure through your skin in case of spills. After the boots, wear your face protection gear, which includes your mask, goggles, and hat. Lastly, put on your gloves. How you wear your gloves depends on the type of crop you will be spraying. For tall crops, such as fruit trees, wear the gloves over the sleeves of your overalls. For shorter field crops such as maize, beans, and potatoes, tuck the gloves under the sleeves since your arms will generally be angled downwards during spraying. Ensure you purchase your pesticides from an agro shop that is licensed by the Pest Control Products Board (PCPB) and always obtain an official receipt. Before mixing and applying any pesticide, it is important to always read the product label and follow the instructions. On the front panel of the label, check for the registered use of the product, the active ingredient, the expiry date, manufacturing date and batch number, the PCPB registration number, the aak-GROW logo, color bands and pictograms. The label should contain 2 languages, that is English and Kiswahili. For small product packs, check for a leaflet with more detailed information folded and tucked beneath the top label. On the back panel of the label, check for the target crop, target pest or disease, time of application, dosage rate, the pre-harvest interval, mode of action, safety precautions, disposal instructions, as well as the toll-free poisoning center number. Always measure pesticides carefully using the appropriate measuring equipment. Follow the dosage instructions on the product label. Use the correct nozzle for spraying. For herbicides, use flat jet, deflector, or flat fan nozzles. For insecticides and fungicides, use a hollow cone nozzle. Do not spray pesticides when other people or animals are nearby. It is important to always wash the knapsack sprayer with soap and clean water after every spray application to avoid chemical buildup and cross-contamination. Allow the knapsack sprayer to air dry and keep it in a safe storage away from children and livestock. What is the correct order of removing PPE after pesticide application? Start by washing your gloves with soap and water while wearing them. Once gloves are clean, proceed to remove your hat, face protection, boots, overalls, and lastly, the gloves after they have been washed. ISO 27065 certified C1 personal protective equipment are made with comfortable material, they're affordable and accessible. It is important to wash your PPE including the overalls, boots, gloves, face protection, and hat with soap and water after every pesticide application. Also remember to take a bath after every pesticide application. Before disposing any empty pesticide containers, it is important to triple rinse the containers with water, then puncture them, and thereafter flatten them before taking them to the nearest empty pesticide container collection center within your locality. A spray service provider, SSP, is a male farmer between the ages of 18 and 45 years who has been trained and certified by the Pest Control Products Board to provide spray application services to farmers. Farmers are encouraged to use spray service providers for the following reasons. SSPs are trained to correctly identify pests and diseases. SSPs are trained to read, understand, and follow product label instructions strictly. SSPs are trained to distinguish genuine pesticides from counterfeit pesticides. SSPs are trained to calibrate their spray equipment for effective pesticide application. SSPs bear the responsibility of disposing empty pesticide containers in compliance with the national environmental regulations. The use of SSPs reduces the exposure of farmers to pesticides since SSPs have the right protective equipment to use during pesticide application.